All right, everyone. Well, welcome back to what are we on? Day 4? Today's Thursday. Day 4 of Monarch spoiler season. It has been so much fun to watch through everyone's content and watch everybody spoil this stuff. I'm going to do my best to say who spoiled each card and do all that stuff too. I also want to do a shout out to my Discord community. It's been so much fun to chat with you guys about the spoilers and to see your guys' opinions and thoughts and specs. We're going to talk about one kind of big spec based on a card today. We have some new stuff to talk about, so let's hop in. First off, the Wraith Times put out Memorial Ground, and this card, a free instant, put target attack action card would cost 2 or less from your graveyard on top of your deck. So again, we kind of all thought that graveyard manipulation was going to be seen in this set. That's kind of been a rumor that's been in the works for a while. First off, this card's going to be super good and sealed. The ability to kind of double any card that you need to is really, really good. So in sealed format, this is going to be really good. But I do think that this card could see some play in some of those decks that use those attack action cards quite frequently. And so I think that could be a thing. I think you will see when we get into talking about the Runeblade, which is kind of spoiled in today's video. Not my video, but like today we kind of got Runeblade as the next class. I think this is going to be used in those Runeblade decks because of the attack action card thing. We'll see. I mean, we'll see if it fits the cut, but basically it's one of those cards that's going to be pretty good, I think, and that graveyard manipulation is pretty strong. The only negative to Memorial Ground is it only pitches for 1, and it doesn't block. So it's kind of a wasted card if you don't have something in your graveyard. And that might be what prevents it from seeing play. But I think in some of the more aggro builds, you might actually see this card ran. And there could be I think there's going to be some super aggressive builds. We've talked about going tall and going wide in Flesh and Blood. From the Magic the Gathering background, like I think of things as like aggressive and control. So like I really think we could see some more aggressive go tall builds, basically that they don't care about defense at all. They don't care about any of that. Their goal is to win the game on turn 3, turn 4, with just overwhelming their opponent. And a card like this could be pretty significant in that deck, but we'll see. Who knows? I don't know what I'm talking about. I can talk about finances. Anyway, the next thing we got was Eben Field. So first equipment. So first of all, I would have been very wrong. I was going to do a podcast for my If I Were Investing, that podcast in my Patreon. I was going to say, like, it doesn't look like we're going to get any equipment cards. So that's going to make the Crucible equipment so much more valuable. And I think, the Crucible equipment is still going to be valuable. But my point is we have equipment now. I was a little bit worried when we were seeing all the legendaries were the instants. I was kind of thinking, what if we don't get any more equipment and Crucible was like the equipment set? But now we're kind of, that was a little bit premature. I'm glad I didn't put out the video or the podcast because I would have been wrong. But first off, the Ebon Fold. This is from Prince Distribution, and look at that artwork. It is fantastic. I mean, that thing looks sweet. I would want to wear that just to look at it. This is a shadow equipment, so this will be used for the Shadow Brute, and then whatever the next shadow. It appears that we will get at least one more shadow hero. And this has instant. Pay 1, destroy Ebon Fold, banish a card from your hand. If it's a shadow card, draw a card. So again, you can use this to banish a card and trigger, if we're talking about the only shadow hero we have, let me pop it up. If we're talking about the only shadow hero we have, you can use this to trigger Levia into, let me get the better version, into putting a card with 6 or more into your banish zone, and then you don't have blood debt that turn. So that's really good. And then in additional, you get to draw a card. So you get to filter out a card to kind of trigger that if you need to. It seems like it would be pretty strong. But it also has this new mechanic, Spell Void. If your hero would be dealt arcane damage, you may destroy Ebon Fold instead. If you do, prevent 2 arcane damage from a source that would deal. And so this is where this is going to get important, because right now the only arcane damage that we've really seen is from Wizard, and then like Rune Chance and Runeblade. And so what this basically lines up is that we will be seeing Runeblade or Wizard. Now, stay tuned, because as most of you know, we did get Runeblade confirmed. So it seems pretty good. Seems like a card that will be, maybe one of those cards you'll probably only sideboard this it's not really sideboard, but you choose this as your equipment, potentially only if you're playing against a Runeblade or Wizard or whatever to get that spell void. The instant seems pretty good, honestly. It might, but we'll see what else you have to run in Brute or whatever the next class is. I'm guessing though that this card will see play. And also, cold foil commons are back, baby. Let's go. Cold foil commons. I am putting out a public offer. I will buy all cold foil commons for $75 from Monarch. So, public offer. This is probably not a good deal for you, but I just wanted to joke about that. All right, let's go to Hooves of the Shadow Beast. This is from Fab with Freya. Hooves of the Shadow Beast, another cold foil common. I love it. Whenever a card with 6 or more power is put into your banished zone, so again, this is going to be Shadow Brute all day, you may destroy Hooves of the Shadow Beast. If you do, gain 1 action point. Is so good. That is so good. Basically, your card gets this is basically Refraction Bolters for Shadow Brute, right? Because you get to use your you get to get a free action. You basically get a free go again. That's cool. And then here's a highlight: when an equipment is destroyed, it's put into the graveyard. And this is where we're starting to see like slab cards. Are we able to play with them or not? Like people who put cards differently in their sleeves, like how's that going to affect in the graveyard? It'll be interesting to see how many of us, including me, kind of get screwed over by having slab cards. Hopefully you can still do it. Hopefully come out with something. But anyway, the card seems really good. Again, like the ability to get like go again is a strong action, and go again and another action point is in my mind basically the same thing other than the combat chain, right? So you would have to start a new combat chain that might like change some of the stuff, but the point being that you get to continue playing on your turn. It also has battle worn, so you can defend with this, and then you get to destroy it, so that's kind of nice too. It's kind of a free defense. The artwork, pretty cool. Hooves of the Shadow Beast. I mean, look at that stuff. And like, I love the skulls and like, dude, the artwork in this set is phenomenal. I cannot believe it. It appears though that Shadow Brute, again, is going to be really good. But now that Runeblade's out, I kind of might want to play that. I'm going to have to build all the decks. That's what I'm going to have. I'm just going to have to build all the decks and play all the games and not do anything else other than Flesh and Blood ever in my life because I'm just that excited. Okay, let's go. Ravenous Meat. The art. Okay, hold on. My Discord. I gotta make this bigger for you guys. Ravenous Meat Axe is. Look at the art. You just gotta be able to see it. Oh my gosh. When you attack with Ravenous, so this is a 2-cost attack for 3. When you attack with Ravenous Meat Axe, draw a card and then discard a random card. If it's a card with 6 or more power, it gains +2. So. Again, like this is Shadow Brute's weapon, right? Like the whole Shadow Brute deck appears to be, I've said this before, it appears to be very simple to build, and it's like if Brute used to be the dumb guy that was just like rolling and hoping for the best. I'm sure Brute is more than that, but that's my opinion on Brute. Then this is like, hey, we're just gonna swing and swing and swing and swing and massive attacks. I think this is gonna be an aggro build. But whenever you attack with it, draw a card and then discard a random card, which will probably be a card with 6 or more in your deck. And then it gets +2. So you're swinging 2 for 5, which is pretty good. And then it also allows you to do some graveyard stuff, discarding cards, moving stuff to the, there's other cards that interact with the graveyard in the banished zone. So really cool. Another cold foil common. I'm so excited to open up this set. You're gonna see me way too excited to open cold foil commons, everybody. I want you to know that right now. Like, I will be way too excited to open cold foil commons. They're like the worst cold foil you can get, right? I mean, they're horrible. But I will be so excited because cold foil commons are my jam. All right. Let's go. That was Fab with Freya. Let's go Fab Armory, Ravenous Meat. Oh, sorry, that was Fab Armory. My bad. That was a Ravenous Meat. All right, we got Reaper Games, the Dread Scythe. Ooh, the Dread Scythe. This cool. Majestic. All right, so we did get all the equipment today, which again, I would have been completely wrong. So this is our Runeblade weapon. So Runeblade is official now. We will be, well, I don't know if that's true. Apparently it's official that if it's a card in the set, we should get this. I would say it's official. Once per turn, you pay 3 to attack attack. Whenever you attack with Dread Scythe, deal 1 arcane damage to the defending hero. A hero dealt damage by Dread Scythe can't gain life during the next action phase. So here's the thing. My understanding of this is that when you attack with Dread Scythe, deal 1 arcane damage to defending hero. That is not the damage dealt by Dread Scythe. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but that is not the damage dealt by Dread Scythe. So this actually has to hit the hero in order to prevent them from gaining life during their next action phase. My guess is that we will see light heroes that gain a lot of life on their action phase, because most of the life gain so far has been an instant. So you could still play a Sigil of Solace during your defense turn. That wouldn't be during your action phase, and Dread Scythe wouldn't be applying. But my guess is that we will see a light hero that will be gaining life during their action phase. So a 3 attack for 3 with 1 arcane damage it doesn't seem huge to me until you start seeing the other cards that work with, like Rattlebones. Let's see, there's another one. There's some other Runeblade cards that we'll talk about. Actually, let's just do that now. So Vexing, this is Vexing Malice. Sorry, all these cards are different sizes because it depends on how people post it and stuff. So just be patient with me here. But Vexing Malice is a 1 cost, pitches for 1. 1 cost, pitches for 1, and deals 2 arcane damage to target hero. So the thing here is, if there's ways to give this kind of stuff go again, this is also attacking for 2. So this is a 1 cost that's going to be dealing 5 damage, or going to be setting up for 5 damage. And so all of a sudden, having this kind of Dread Scythe that's going to also be able to attack seems like it could be good. But I think the Runeblade deck will not be using the weapon as much as it will be using attack actions. I'm actually not sure who spoiled this one, because all the spoilers on Fab TCG are blocked out still. I'm guessing it was Reaper Games spoiled that one. I'm guessing this was GameNetics. No, that they did the Galaxy. Cloak and Blaster? No, see, they don't have theirs out yet. It's kind of weird. The cards pop up everywhere. Anyway, I wanted to try to give everybody credit, but it's kind of hard to do that sometimes. So Vexing Malice, it seems like the Runeblade cards are going to be really good. And I wanted to highlight that, let's see, there's another one. So I wanted to highlight that this also appears that cards like Rattlebones are going to be more and more played. So Rattlebones is a card from Crucible, Banish of Runeblade, attack action card. And that's where I think this deck, the Runeblade deck, is going to be a lot of attack actions. So I think Rattlebones gets really good. I think there's probably a couple other Runeblade cards. Our chat was talking a little bit about it. Rattlebones, and then Dread Triptych seems like it would be really good. Rattlebones is the one that stood out to me, though, because it banishes a Runeblade attack action card from your graveyard, right? Which you will have, again, let's go back to the attack action. You will have, Vexing Malice will be in your graveyard eventually. So you get to banish it to your graveyard, probably triggering some sort of blood debt thing, is my guess. Is what we'll see in the next couple of days, maybe. And then back to Rattlebones. If you've dealt arcane damage to an opposing hero this turn, which you have from your card, you may play Rattlebones as if it were an instant. There's just a lot of shenanigans that are happening with the Runeblade attack actions and instants and arcane damage. I think Rattlebones is primed to be an extremely good card in this Runeblade deck. I just wanted to highlight that there. Okay, let's go on to the Hexcore, the Death Hydra. Hexcore, the Death Hydra, again, the cards. This is a Shadow Brute weapon. This is the Majestic Shadow Brute weapon. And what it does is it's a 6 attack for 2. Whenever you attack with it, it deals damage to you equal to 6 minus the number of cards with blood debt in your banished zone. So a 6 attack for 2 is massive. You're going to be putting blood debt cards into your banished zone. Honestly, this deck seems really, 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 really good to me. The artwork's really cool too. It's got I don't know. It's so cool. I don't know. This deck seems like it's really good, guys. I don't know. Maybe I'm just hyped on Monarch, and that's honestly probably the way that this is. But it seems like this deck's going to be really, really good. I'm excited to try it out and to play it. This will be the first deck that I play, I think. Unless I get excited about the next one. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just excited. This card seems really good. 2 damage for, or 6 damage for 2. You know, this is a great backup if you don't have the kind of the big giant attack actions. If you got a way, you know, what did we just see? A way to give this go again, right? We just saw, what was the card? Hooves of the Shadow Beast? Yeah, so whenever a card with 6 or more is put into your banish zone, destroy hooves, and you gain 1 action point. So you've got to put a card to play hex score. So if you're able to, you know, anyway, you could find ways, I think, to give this another action point, so you could swing for 6 is what I'm trying to say. So this seems like kind of an end game thing. You're gonna have a lot of blood debt in your banish zone. Seems really good to me. Seems really good. All right, there's a couple other cards spoiled that that I don't know the people. Oh, what we just said, Galaxy Blast was, let's see, Galaxy Blast was the one I just said. Who is it? Well, let me pop up the card first, and then we'll talk about who it was. This Galaxy Black, sorry. This is the Shadow Runeblade weapon. So it is confirmed that it is a Shadow Runeblade, which I kind of anticipated. It seems weird to have a light Runeblade, honestly. Once per turn, pay 1 to attack. If you played a card from your banish zone this turn, Galaxy Black gains +2, so it's a 1 for 3, or it's a 3 for 1 then. If it hits here, deal 1 arcane damage, so it does a bonus damage. Again, not the best. Like, this is, in my mind, like, not the absolute best weapon. And I think you might see, like, Reaper Blade being a better alternative just because it swings a little heavier. But that arcane damage could be really good. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know enough about that. It'll be interesting to see how the rest of the deck shapes up based on, you know, like the Runeblade weapon, like the Dread Scythe seems a little bit better too. Like, you're still dealing the arcane damage. I don't know. I'm excited about it, but I feel like you're going to see better weapons than Galaxy Black. Although it's cool, but I just think you're going to see better weapons on it. Who spoiled this? This was, let's see, Galaxy Black. This was Gamenetic, which has, they've done a bunch of stuff for Flesh and Blood. They got good quality stuff. All right, let's see who else we got here. They haven't put theirs out yet. It's kind of weird. Like, the people haven't put their stuff out yet, and it says that it would be out. Maybe it's all the days, the way that all works. All right, we have one other one though that I know of, and that is the token. We have our first kind of token here. This is Shadow Runeblade token. We don't really know, I don't think, how you get Soul Shackle, unless I'm missing something, in which case I'm sure the comment section will let me know. But Soul Shackle, this is an aura that stays in the arena. So at the beginning of your action phase, banish the top card of your deck. So again, like, you're going to be banishing stuff. You're going to see a lot of banishing, a lot of stuff. This seems like it would be really good, especially if there's any opting. If you're able to add some of those cards from Arcane, like the Fate for Scenes, the whatever that allow you to opt, this could be really, really, really good. I'm really excited for I'm more excited for the Brute deck. I'm pretty excited about Runeblade. I've been playing the OTK Runeblade deck. It seems like we're moving away from OTK and more towards like a kind of a mid-range on the Runeblade on this set. So that'll be interesting. It seems like this will be fun to draft, man, or draft or play sealed. I don't think I saw anything that has to do with the Soul Shackle though. Like anything else that, like, what causes Soul Shackle? Let me see if I can find out who spoiled this. Vexing Malice was Hobby Masters. Mithril something. This was just spoiled by them. So I don't think we know exactly. This was Mithril, which is apparently a shop in, I don't know where. I don't know. I can't read the language that it is. Oh, Hong Kong. It says it right there in English. So they did not have any like other stuff with it. So anyway, it's interesting to see what will put this out there. Seems really good, especially if we can do some top deck manipulation. Anyway, that's the spoilers from today. I'm super excited that Runeblade got the bill. Rattlebones. I have more copies of Runeblood Barrier than I do Rattlebones. I was kind of specking on Runeblade Barrier, honestly. I thought we would get a little bit more of a like a control variant from Runeblade, but it seems like mid-range is the way they're going. So Rattlebones seems like the winning card to me from Crew on that. I'm sure it got bought up. Anyway, hope you all have a good day. We'll see you later for another video today. I don't know what it'll be, but hope you have a good day. Remember to be kind to the people around you and enjoy spoiler season. We'll see you Saturday for my reveal at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.